I've never seen an ant hole like that. It's so symmetrical. Interesting. We ran over, we didn't run over, but you know how when you back into a curb, you have a tall bumper and it tears your mud flaps off. So we're fixing those today. First thing I'm going to do is loosen all these, because one of them's good still. So I'm going to try to just hold it up there by pinching it up there. And then if that doesn't work, I'm going to have to drill new holes or something. So let's take all these off. Let's loosen all these screws, the last 3 screws anyway. It's simple. I got this this tool right here. Loosen them all, and then I'm going to straighten it. And I'm doing all this while they're loading me, so it could be adventurous. Adventures in trucking. And of course, this one's tight and won't move at all. I'm trying to avoid taking this whole back plate off. All right, we got it in there. Now we just got to tighten that up. And it's going to be a little bit crooked because, see, it bent the whole brace there. So, but at least we'll not have to worry about losing it. That last one's really being difficult. Now I'm going to have to hammer it back in. The flap itself is preventing the screw from going in. So if we do that, it might help get that bolt in, hopefully. Try it again. All right, we'll make this nice and tight. All of them. They ain't going anywhere, but now this is going to be a problem. It touches the tire. So I'm going to try to bend this with my crowbar, so at least enough so that it won't rub on the tire, the flap. You know, you've seen trucks going down the freeway with the mud flap worn through, and that's why, for something problems similar to this. Well, I can't bend that straight, so I might stop at a shop where they have a bigger crowbar or something than I do. And let's hope that the wind blows that back so that it doesn't rub up against there and rub a hole in there. At least that temporarily fixes our problem. So right as we finish up, they're finished loading us. So let's go get our paperwork, and we're heading to Pennsylvania. That guy has a slice out of his tire. I'm gonna tell him about it. It could be deep. He probably knows about it, but if he doesn't, I don't want him to drive down the road. Even matches Schneider.
They don't take this truck, but this is a local truck.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, they ain't got us enough daycares, so I don't go over the road. I think it's, I'm gonna mention it to my DBL, but
yeah,
I think it's all right for today.
I think so. If you're not going long distance, it should be okay.
No, we don't go. I'm a local.
That guy didn't even have a screwdriver, so if you don't have a toolbox with you, you need to get one that has basic little tools. I'm getting a little toolbox here, and it's growing so much I need to get a big toolbox. Just start bringing my one from home, because this one's too small now. All right, we're loaded. And gotta pull forward and put the seal on. Let's seal her up. made it to Rock Point, North Carolina, and that is rubbing through. So I'm going to be one of those guys that has a hole in his mud flap unless I get that bent. So we'll have to do that tomorrow. Would you please remind me? Jeez. Earn your keep. Man, a shower will make you feel like $1 million. Well, $1,000 anyway. Tomorrow we only have 500 and some miles to go, so it'll be an easy drive. Well, we're in Max Meadows, just getting out of here. Max Meadows, Virginia, the Loves. And she made it up Fancy Gap okay. So we'll continue our way east. Now on 81 on our bicycle trip. You can see it's barely touching. There is some space, so cool. This is the Flippin' Mud Flap video. Or better yet, the Flippin' Mud Flap film, said Fred. And we got our second coffee of the day. The first coffee of the day is always, you know, when you start out. So this is technically the first stop, but the second coffee. And we're letting this McLean, oh, hiss at that McLean truck. And a boo. Actually, I don't blame the trucker. It's the company that's horrible, not the truckers. My reference is to their famous 10, 11, 12, 13-hour unloads. You know, I don't believe in strikes, really, but if us truckers decided, let's say, of next year on April 1st, or May 1st, whatever day you choose, not to do a McLean, not just one day, but maybe a few days. If even 25% of us decided not to do a McLean food warehouse, maybe they would change their evil ways. Because to a big company like that, 25% of their shipments is huge. Are you with me? Maybe it would be a week The public wouldn't hate us because they wouldn't really know what was going on, but we could change an industry that is doing it wrong, and maybe they could pattern the way they do it after Costco. Why is that not possible? If you and I would be in agreement to change the evil ways of McLean, Safeway, Piggly Wiggly, Ralph's, Winn-Dixie, all the evil grocery warehouses that we hate. Food for thought.
When I'm not out in the truck on the road, I like to be at home and working on my boat and spending time out on the water. That's what life's really about, having the balance between the two. At the end of the day, you can find me watching Adventures in Trucking with Indiana Jack. Stay tuned.
Feels good to stretch your legs. The rest of it's going to be pretty hilly between here and where we're going. We'll probably stay at the Sapp Brothers tonight, because there's a Sapp Brothers right near where we're going. So let's get on our way. The reason we're all parking here, it's not really truck parking, but back there in the truck parking there were some cars parked there, four-wheelers taking up truck spots. So all the truck spots were gone, so we're all forced now to come over here where you're not really supposed to park. "81 more miles to go, and then we'll be to our final destination." Let's make sure we're on the right line here. And we are. So let's go. Come on, Red. 81 more miles to go. Lots of hills, but you can do it. We're getting off here, headed towards Altoona. On 99. Which I don't think you and I have been there. I have, but you guys weren't with me. Even though there's lots of mountains here in Pennsylvania, I don't mind it once in a while coming over here, coming up here. Okay, we're at the top of this hill finally. Well, she's not wearing a hole, so our repair job is still good. We made it to Clearfield, Pennsylvania, which was our goal today. Our drop-off is near here in the morning.